Okay, we'll try again. My name is Brant Hunt, spelled B-R-A-N-T, Hunt, H-U-N-T, and I am sharing a video tonight with my channel, Discerning What is True, here to date of 20th of October, 2023, and the title is simply The Beginning of Greek Philosophy, Part 2 by Manly P. Hall. These were little booklets that actually were stapled together and sent to the students by mail, as far as I recollect, what he's talked about in the past. And we're going to be reading the second part. We already did that earlier just a while ago, the first part. So we're going to be reading the beginning of Greek philosophy, part 2. So thank you for being here. Phrynion, that is, Prince of Corinth, came to be included among the 7 sophists, that is, because of his great power and the wide sphere of his influence. Now remember, a sophist is considered a wise man. And at that time, the beginning of the philosophy here that Manly P. Hall is talking about is basically the beginning of what I would call the wisdom schools, you see, the schools of knowledge and wisdom. How do you get wisdom? Well, I always say simply is you develop knowledge, but you have the ability to control yourself. Your goal is a certain perspective, and you do not allow that to be apprehended. You continue to proceed with that, and with knowledge, you eventually develop wisdom because you learn from other men. But these men probably learned some of their wisdom probably from ancient Egypt. That's just my guess, but I would think that's what may have happened, you see. So he was a hereditary prince of the Corinthians and traced his ancestry from Hercules through an unbroken line of 22 generations. Plutarch declared that Phrynion became tyrant or ruler by a heredited disease derived from his father. By disease, Plutarch intimated inherited power. Being a wise prince, however, Phrynion sought to purge himself of this disease by association with the learned and by cultivation of democratic relationship with his subjects. Two of his most famous precepts were, first, that a good mind in a human body was the greatest in the least. Second, that a wise man concealed his misfortunes that they might not gladden the hearts of his enemies. With advancing years, Phrynion developed a excessive melancholy and at last ordered his own death in the 80th year of his age. He so cunningly devised the method of his decease that the time and place of his burial remain unknown. And the Corinthians erected for him a monument over an empty tomb. Goodness gracious. Of his wisdom, the following sentences have been preserved. Number 1, a democracy better than a tyranny, that is absolute monarchy. Number 2, pleasures are mortal, virtues are immortal. Number 3, in good fortune be moderate, in bad fortune be prudent. Number 4, so conduct yourselves that during life you will be praised and in death beatified. Number 5, to your friends be the name in prosperity and adversary. Number 6, use new diets but old laws. And that's diets, D-I-E-T-S. Number 7, a successful democracy must have in it something of aristocracy, I should say. Number 8, love and not armies must guard the, that doesn't make sense. Love and not armies must guard the persons of the great. Something doesn't come in clear here, but that's what it looks like. Cleobulus, tyrant of Linnaeus, was also linearly descended from Hercules and is described by Suidas as, quote, excelling in wisdom, outwardly beauty, and physical strength all those of his time. End quote. He was learned in the philosophy of the Egyptian and prepared many precepts and doctrines for the consideration of rulers. He wrote considerably and composed verses to the number of 3,000. His daughter was a most powerful influence in his life, having received every benefit which education could bestow, a circumstance unusual in his day. Cleobulus died at over 70 years of age, and his memory was perpetually by the grateful citizens of his state. His most famous precepts were: number one, do good to your friend, that he may be more your friend, and to your enemy, that he may become your friend. For we should beware of the calumny of friends and of the treachery of enemies. Number two, marry only those who are of equal social position, for by marching into a higher family, one procures masters, not kinsmen. That's a pretty wise statement. Number three, educate your daughter as you do your sons. Number four, devote your life to something which is excellent. Number five, if a leader of a state is to be happy, he must trust none that are about him. Six, moderation is the greatest virtue. Number seven, rich, be not exalted. Poor, be not dejected. Number eight, learn to bear unmoved the vicissitudes of fortune. Number nine, it's better to love to listen than it is to love to speak. Number 10, take care of the body and of the soul. Number 11, listen willingly, but believe not all you hear. Number 12, when you go forth, consider what you have to do. When you return, consider what you have done. And number 13, it is better to know a few things than to be ignorant of all things. Solon, Solon, Archon of Athens, was one of the noblest and wisest of the Greeks. He earned for himself the title of the elegant, or in discourse, rhetoric, and poetry he was without a peer. Solon was initiated into the mysteries of the Egyptians and was the great lawmaker of the Athenians. Of law, Solon wrote, quote, laws are like cobwebs which entangle the weak, but through which the greater break uninjured. Oh, wow, that's a great quote. Being asked what constituted a well-ordered city, he answered, quote, that in which the citizens obey the masters and the masters to obey the laws. It's pretty cool. Solon declared that there was but one thing that man had to fear, namely that he would die before he became a philosopher. Solon shared the philosophical extensions of life, for he died at over 100 years old, ordering his friends to carry his bones to Salamis, the city of his birth, there burn them and cause them to be scattered over the country. Solon loved knowledge to the end, and on the day of his death lifted his weary head to catch the words of some discouraging friend. Being asked why he did this, he answered, that I may learn even while I am departing from this life. That's a quote. Herewith are a few fragments from the wisdom of Solon. Quote, 1. If all men should bring their misfortunes together in one place, each one would carry his own home again rather than take an equal share from the common stock. Number 2. The happiness of the outward life arises from honest actions and temporal living. Number 3. The one who complain of the weight and number of his troubles, Solon said, come into this tower and view the building below, and ponder upon the number of sorrows that heretofore, now and henceforth, shall dwell together under these roofs, and speak not of misery as though you bore them all. Number 4, make reason the guide of every action. Number 5, reason concerning hidden things from those things which are apparent. Solon studied philosophy with Simonides of Hippolytus, and Socius of Sais, S-A-I-S, the most learned and venerated of the Egyptian priests/philosophers, by whom, according to Plato, he was taught the language of the Atlanteans. Great sayings of the Sophists from the collection of Sosides. Number 1, be in childhood modesty, in youth temporal, in manhood just, in old age prudent, then die untroubled. Number 2, follow God. Number 3, obey the law. 4, worship the gods. Number 5, suffer for justice. Respect hospitality. Number 6, govern anger. Number 7. Number 8, exercise prudence. Number 9, love friendship. Number 10, honor providence. Number 11, emulate wisdom. Number 12, praise virtue. Number 13, do that which is just. Number 14, practice generosity. That's a long list, folks. Number 15, be a lover of wisdom. Number 16, what you know, do. Number 17, converse with the wise. Converse with the wise. In other words, learn from them. Number 18, reverence the good. Number 19, curb thy tongue. Number 20, use wealth wisely. Number 21, be grateful. Number 22, wait for opportunity. 23, expect age. Number 24, boast not of strength. Number 25, be never weary of learning. Number 26, blame not the absent. Number 27, teach those who are younger. Number 28, put no faith in wealth. Number 29, trust not fortune. 30, keep secrets. 31, honor yourself. 32, return what is not your own. 33, abstain from bloodshed. 34, desire nothing unreasonable. Number 35, trust no man, distrust no man. 36, blame only those who are present. Number 37, that's some wise words there, wise wisdom there. Number 37, search into evil, but be not corrupted. Number 38, be gentle to all. Number 39, honor the ancestors. Number 40, derive not the dead. 41, criticize not the unhappy. Number 42, be not troubled. 43, be as generous to yourself as to your friend. Number 44, apply thyself to discipline. Number 45, pursue that which is noble, the best. Number 46, descend not from generals to participators. Number 47, be economical of time. 48, instruct your children. 49, if you have, withhold nothing. 50, fear most deceit. 51, speak well of every man. Number 52, judge honestly. Number 53, approve hope. Number 54, acknowledge superiority. Number 55, rejoice in greatness. Number 57, be fearless in undertaking. Number 58, admire the oracles. Number 59, love those you serve. And number 60 here says, promise nothing. And that is the conclusion of this particular pamphlet that was mailed out to his students back in the 1930s, which simply was called The Beginning of Greek Philosophy, Part 2. Thank you for being here. I hope that these wise words that he's spoken here will be something that you will want to emulate in your own life. And because we don't have a lot of wisdom in this age, this modern period or the postmodern period we live in today, as each civilization is falling from within. That's the truth, folks. It's all falling from within. So thank you for being here. Like I said earlier, this again was a Manly P. Hall sharing some wisdom that he had. Quite a brilliant man himself. So I wish you good night. We'll see if we got some other things I'd like to do tonight. I've got some readings, so these are probably going to be the conclusion of my videos today. Again, thank you for being here, and wish you good night. Take care.